The U.S.-China trade war escalated on February 4, 2025, with new U.S. tariffs on Chinese imports. This marks a significant development in the ongoing trade dispute. The 10% tariffs target a diverse array of products. Tensions have flared over trade imbalances and intellectual property rights. The U.S. argues these tariffs protect American jobs and businesses. Critics worry about supply chains and consumer prices. The U.S. is determined to press ahead with its trade agenda. China wasted no time in responding to the U.S. tariffs with retaliatory measures of its own. Beijing announced counter-tariffs on a range of U.S. goods, targeting key American industries. These retaliatory tariffs, ranging from 10 to 15%, underscore the seriousness with which China views the escalating trade dispute. Among the products hit by China's counter-tariffs are crucial energy imports like coal and liquefied natural gas. Additionally, the agricultural sector felt the impact with tariffs on soybeans, a major U.S. export to China. The automotive industry also faced consequences as tariffs were imposed on pickup trucks and large engine cars. Adding to the trade tensions, China filed a complaint with the World Trade Organization, challenging the legitimacy of the U.S. tariffs. Beijing argues that the unilateral tariffs imposed by Washington violate international trade rules and threaten the stability of the global trading system. China's swift and multi-pronged response demonstrates its resolve in the face of what it perceives as protectionist measures by the United States. The counter-tariffs and the WTO complaint signal Beijing's intent to defend its interests and challenge actions it deems unfair within the framework of international trade law. The trade war between the U.S. and China extends beyond the realm of tariffs, encompassing a broader struggle for economic and technological dominance. China took further actions, signaling its displeasure beyond the immediate tit-for-tat tariffs. These actions targeted specific U.S. companies and industries, raising concerns about a more targeted approach in the trade dispute. One such measure was the addition of prominent U.S. companies, including PVH Corp., the parent company of brands like Calvin Klein and Tommy Hilfiger, to China's unreliable entity list. This designation allows Beijing to impose a range of penalties on these companies, including fines, sanctions, and restrictions on their operations within China. Adding to the pressure on U.S. businesses, China launched an anti-monopoly investigation into Google, the U.S. tech giant. While the specific grounds for the investigation remain unclear, it raises concerns about China's willingness to use its regulatory powers to target American companies operating within its borders. These actions highlight the multifaceted nature of the U.S.-China trade war. Beyond the headline-grabbing tariffs, both sides are increasingly resorting to measures that target specific companies and industries. These actions threaten to further escalate tensions and create uncertainty for businesses operating in both countries. Section 4. Trump's trade war rationale, jobs, revenue, and national security. The U.S. administration, led by President Trump, has defended its aggressive trade policies toward China, citing a need to protect American jobs, reduce the trade deficit, and address national security concerns. President Trump has repeatedly criticized China's trade practices, accusing Beijing of unfair competition and intellectual property theft. The administration argues that tariffs are necessary to bring back manufacturing jobs that have been lost to China. They believe that tariffs will make American-made goods more competitive and encourage companies to bring production back to the United States. Additionally, the White House views tariffs as a way to generate revenue for the U.S. government. Furthermore, the U.S. government has expressed concerns about China's growing technological prowess and its implications for national security. The administration argues that China's unfair trade practices have allowed it to acquire advanced technologies that could give it a military advantage. Critics argue that the administration's focus on tariffs is misguided and harmful to the U.S. economy. They contend that tariffs will raise prices for consumers, hurt American businesses that rely on Chinese imports, and lead to job losses in industries affected by retaliatory tariffs. Section 5. Economic fallout, expert opinions, and future uncertainties. The escalating trade war between the U.S. and China has generated significant uncertainty in the global economy. Experts are divided on the impact of tariffs. Some predict limited consequences, while others warn of severe repercussions. Some argue tariffs won't significantly impact either economy short-term. They point to vast domestic markets cushioning reduced trade. Businesses are adept at finding alternative suppliers. Others warn of long-term impacts, higher prices, and reduced investment. The trade war could escalate, imposing more tariffs and barriers. Uncertainty has already impacted business confidence and investment. Businesses are hesitant to invest and consumers are cautious. This uncertainty will persist until the trade dispute is resolved.